I mean, all
So,
right,
what are the
we
other
could talk
nine
about
games?
Genshin Impact.
No,
Shoot,
but okay. So,
I mean, I'd
all right.
rather
So
play that
it
than
went up
Sonic.
against Elden Ring, Stray, and God of War. Which, like Stray is like a meme game, as far as I'm concerned. God of War is
In its own
friggin'
category,
it's a freaking movie game, so I don't
basically.
shouldn't get any
Masterpiece,
awards if you ask me.
right?
And then Elden Ring, people love their Dark Souls, but I don't. So
Dark, you played Dark Souls before?
I played
Have you
Dark Souls.
attempted, I should say.
Hmm?
Have you attempted at least, I should say.
Yeah, it's not my thing. I played 1 and 3.
Uh-huh. How was
It's just
it?
like it's fine. It's not even the difficulty it's just so janky. Oh, and Bloodborne. I played Bloodborne.
Bloodborne, oh my
Bloodborne is one everyone
gosh.
loves, and that's the one like I gave the most chance to, and I just didn't like it. It was just
You tried too hard.
it's just like the combat is just so repetitive. It's like it's not as
Oh.
mindless as Frontiers, but
It's not as mindless.
it's
Oh
like
shit.
hit, roll.
Yeah, it's like so intense. It's like, oh my gosh, it's the best game I've ever played. It's a damn shame.
Like everything is so janky. There's like all these glitches. Everything clips into each other. I don't get why people like the game, but no, we have Elden Ring. It's Dark Souls, but open world, which makes it amazing automatically.
Be like, about that, buddy. Yeah, kind of
So yeah,
sad actually.
I'm very okay with Genshin winning. I mean, Genshin has its own issues, but in terms of actually enjoying the game, I enjoy Genshin more than any of the other games in that list.
People were obsessed. I think. Which game would you say has a bigger fan base, Genshin or Sonic?
Um, I'd say Genshin.
Genshin, right?
Yeah, at the moment, Genshin.
Yeah, it's kind of insane the extent people really sell the game. It's kind of scary. The mods and everything. Like I've been reading stuff about how they take get to the next level, and like the developers or the modders are like adding like a thick mod to it. I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
like y'all
but you
taking
have
it
to use
too
a
far.
private server to do that, because if you try
Like
to use the mods, you get banned.
right, like they like what goes through people's minds? Like it's an RPG game. Like I don't understand. What are you doing? I
I mean,
mean,
that's half the appeal of the game is like all the female characters.
that's it. And the loot drop to get him is something else on top of that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
I
could
mean,
never.
I've only ever spent $5 on Genshin. I've never spent like more than that. But yeah, I can see like how people who spent lots of money would be like rabid over Genshin, like because
This
they
is
gotta justify
drooling.
the purchase.
Yeah, they're literally drooling over this. I'm just like, huh?
And the thing is, they like the main game itself, since they're owned by China, they have to like constantly censor stuff. So like they'll like data miners will like find costumes and character designs in the files, and then when those characters actually come out, their designs will be censored because China didn't like it.
I mean, I guess from a business perspective, I don't, I don't know. See, that's kind of why I don't really agree upon because it's like if I'm a businessman, I'm in there to make as much money as possible.
Yeah, and you know what makes the money, but you're gonna make
You're going,
the dev censor it.
censor. You're gonna go against what works. To me, doesn't make sense, but you know. Who are we to talk? We don't own like
I mean,
or run a multi-million or billion-dollar corporation. We just sit there and just watch what happens on the news about how businesses try to change their platform and then they get, you know, their butt chewed out because, they're pushing an agenda behind it or
yeah,
they're trying to appease the smaller subset of the population and that's not how that works. I mean, not that's not so much that it's not how it works. That's not how it should be,
Yeah,
honestly. If
because like
most of your
most
income,
of these companies, like they get prominent by giving people what they want, and then all of a sudden they're too good for everyone, and they got to pander to people who
right?
don't even like play their stuff.
Just like the movie Sonic, when they had that crappy CGI, you got bullied, and then they changed Sonic, and then I know they made a crap ton of money from that.
Yep. And
That's a prime
if they
example.
hadn't listened to the fans, that movie wouldn't have done well.
Exactly. So it goes to show you that we do know what works, even if we're not in the office with y'all. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, that's what you're trying to cater to anyway. You trying to enforce whatever goes off in the office or the conferences or whatever you want to call it into the general public. It's not gonna work. We definitely outnumber you. So it's good luck with that. Honestly, it's good luck with that.
Yeah. And it's
If
like,
they end up going bankrupt or whatever in the future because they're focusing on the wrong subset of people, then that's on them.
yep,
I
so
wish
be
them
it.
the best of luck. I wish that wasn't the case. I really wish
Yeah.
that wasn't the case.
It's like your job should be to try and make as much money as you possibly can, and you're gonna make decisions that go against that.
Yeah, I mean, what is lewd? What could their argument possibly be? Like, oh, it's a new generation. We shouldn't really sexualize this X, Y, and Z.
It's like,
I
oh,
mean,
people on Twitter might complain. Can't have that.
Yeah, Twitter might complain that I mean, like, well, who's in charge of Twitter now? I don't think they give a crap anymore.
Yeah.
So you can go back to what you was doing before. Ain't nothing's gonna happen to you. You're China. I mean, we we are in debt to you. So I mean, that's a whole different subject in itself. I'm not gonna even
Yeah.
talk about that. But point being, 10, 20 years ago, there was no issue with you being lewd with your characters because you knew that's what worked.
Yep.
And then now, 2022, going on 2023, it's gonna be like, nah, we're gonna change the formula that really wasn't broken to begin with, and then trying to force feed it and actually speed up the process in which everyone's cognitive is operating to be like, hey, you know what? Let me not let me not spend 60 $70 for a loot game. Let me spend 60 $70 for like half-assed um design or 50% better story play, but with a lot of bugs or incomplete
Yeah.
games. Like
Unfinished. Yeah.
like that doesn't make any sense. Like
And
you
they're
choose to
they're gonna raise
complete
the price of games next year too. Everyone's
to
gonna
what?
charge
Like
them
70?
70. Yeah.
Yep. So you're gonna charge 70 and then
For
so
unfinished
inc
game, and you're gonna
so,
release a season pass, and you're gonna release day one DLC.
so they're basically lazy with it. And honestly, it's our fault for enabling them to do so instead of
Yep.
sticking to our guns or grounds and actually demanding that they continue to do what they did before, what actually worked, not being lazy
Yeah.
and having people that know how to tell a good story or hiring the right people that understand the character inside and out and not trying to put in different people to continue on a legacy that they had no business doing. So it's kind of sad.